Well, welcome to Dreamers Podcast. Today we have Donny Brooks on the show. Once again, this is a podcast and for dreamers, business owners, anybody looking to expand what they're doing with their life and tell their story about their life. So today, like I said, we've got Donny Brooks on the show. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, tell everybody who you are and what you do.
How are you guys? I am Donny Brooks, Coach Brooks. I'm the CEO of the Akron Baseball Project Incorporated. Baseball skills training, baseball camps, baseball clinics, and soon to be leagues.
Sweet, awesome. So why don't you go ahead and dive in a little bit more on what the Akron Baseball Project is for those who might not know, who those aren't familiar.
The Akron Baseball Project Incorporated, we specify in education as well as enhancing your baseball skills as well. We definitely are coming into our own. We've been in establishment since July of 2023, so we're approaching our first year. My goal is to make sure that the youth, ages from 5 to 15 years old, boys and girls, we have baseball and we have softball. We have the best baseball coaches and the best softball coaches for young ladies as well. And like I said, I emphasize on education. We teach education while we're playing the game so that the students, and players, student athletes, they can use those skills on the field and the education that they learn to incorporate it into the classroom.
Awesome, sweet. And so I know you just mentioned it briefly, but when did you say you started this again?
July of 2023.
Sweet, awesome, man. So it's pretty new and
Yes.
pretty up and coming.
Yes.
So have you guys had quite a bit of excitement or interest towards it so far?
Yes, we have. We just had a winter clinic on the 24th of February.
Nice.
It was at AB Pitching Academy in Elliott.
Okay.
And it was the old Peronios on Wedgewood Drive. If anybody don't remember Peronios, a lot of people probably do. It was a sports facility, turned team club, and then shut down, then reopened.
Okay.
So pretty good history there. It was a good turnout. We had about 25 children, boys and girls. We had about 6 coaches as well, including myself, and great turnout.
Okay.
We have a spring camp approaching late April, early May, once the weather breaks, and that's going to be for our first spring camp.
Oh, sweet.
Yes.
Awesome. And so in the perfect scenario, in the ideal scenario, where would you like this to go, or where would you like to see it grow to?
I would like for the Akron Baseball Project not to just be in Akron. I want it to take over all of Ohio and then eventually nationwide. I want the Akron Baseball Project to be able to help children with their lives currently, help them get out of a situation that they could be having at home, at school, a bully, something. And I want them to focus on their baseball skills, enhance them, make them great, as well as keep them great in the classroom.
Yeah. Sweet. Awesome, man. I love the, like, not only are you helping them athletically, but
Yes.
you're invested in more than just like the athletic side of things. You're invested in the personal life too, and I love that story, man.
Thank you.
But and then how can so for those who are just new to this or are just finding out about you, how can people get involved? And obviously, like I'll throw some links everywhere about websites and stuff like that. But is there a way that you would like people to reach out to you if they want to be involved or get connected?
Yes. My business email, which is homerun, HOMERUN, Brooks, BROOKS 32 at gmail.com.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'll throw his email and then I'll link all of that. Are you okay if I link your personal stuff and things like
That's
that?
fine, yes.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, so I'll link all of that in the bottom as well too, so you guys can click on that and reach out to him if you want to get involved and you want to be more a part of that. So I also saw, last night I saw that you were involved with a fashion show. Now, how are you guys involved with that?
Well, funny story with that. It was a casting call this past January at Avanti's. Shout out to Trayvon Gordon. Beautiful, beautiful gala fashion show last night. And I was told by an associate that one of my that I should come down here.
Yeah.
I've always heard as a child and teen, young adult, baseball, corny, who plays baseball. So I wanted to show that you can look real cool in baseball.
Yeah.
And I definitely put on it last night to show that, because they always show, basketball players before they step out on the court in their drip. Same with football players.
Yeah.
So I wanted to show, hey, baseball players have drip as well too.
Dude, yeah, that's sweet. Yeah, so you're basically making that spot for baseball as well,
Yes,
too. Yeah,
yes.
Dude, that's awesome.
I appreciate that.
And then, last question I got for you is, in your opinion, what was the hardest part about starting this or getting it started, getting traction with this? What was the hardest part?
The hardest part that I could say was I would say enlighten others that we're more than just a city of football and basketball.
Okay.
I wanted to enlighten people's minds, try something different, dare to be different. And that's something that I pride myself on, and I'm still continuing that as of today, and I will continue that moving forward.
Dude, awesome. Sweet. And so I know we've talked about your baseball project and stuff like that, but tell us a little bit about your career leading up to, because obviously there was a dream and a passion that sparked years and years ago, it sounds like, that led into this. So tell us a little bit about your career and your baseball path leading up to this point.
Well, I started playing baseball at the age of 4 years old. I played for West Akron Little League.
Oh, nice.
That was my foundation. Played from 4 to 10 years old. Then my mother, she branched me off into travel leagues.
Okay.
Travel teams, Firestone Park, Elliott, Stowe, etc. And then when I was about 12, we had a Little League World Series, and I was actually turning 12 that year, but I was still 11. And we lost. It was in Pennsylvania at the time, but I knew when I hit a base hit, ran someone in, that I knew that this game was for me. At the time, I never seen hundreds of people in a stadium for baseball until that moment. And the crowd chanting your name, and they giving you the boos and attaboys, but it was just amazing. And I knew when I can block all of that out and focus on the pitcher and myself and focus on that ball and bat, I knew that I was destined beyond just Little League. Then I played high school baseball at Bookdale High School.
Okay.
Was really good. And then I played for Akron University.
Oh, yeah.
Akron
Awesome,
Zips.
man.
My coach at the time was Coach Sable.
Okay.
Former Cincinnati Reds baseball player and Hall of Famer as well. And D1, and then I had a couple major league tryouts. My first MLB tryout, I was 17 and a half, was for the Kansas City Royals.
Okay.
They told me that you need more work, but you're good, just more work. Then I tried out again when I was 21.
Okay.
So about 3 years later, that was for the Cincinnati Reds baseball team. I was an outfielder, center field, and on our 60-yard dash, I had the fastest time in our group, 5.267 seconds.
Dude,
so for
that is-
6'3" at 210, that was pretty
Yeah.
good. That was pretty good at that time. And then I played in Colorado for a little bit, and then Virginia for a little bit, in Richmond. And then got injured, and then moved back home 2017. And then to be honest, when that happened, I did not look at a baseball for a while. All my trophies, put those away in the basement, awards, I couldn't look at it. And then I got a phone call from my children's principal back in 2019. And she said, if I was to start a baseball team, would you be the head coach? I said, sure. My son goes to the school, I can coach him.
Yeah.
And then I was coaching first and second graders.
Okay.
Seeing the smile and the enthusiasm and the love to play this game, it brought the love back for the game for me.
Okay.
So I could say the kids really saved me when it came to baseball. It just remember back when I was a kid. And then from there, it was at Emmanuel Christian Academy. Then I became the JV coach for Talmadge High School,
Okay.
assistant JV coach, and then I became Akron News Analytics assistant baseball coach last baseball season, and then currently Firestone High School's assistant baseball coach.
Okay. Man, holy cow. You've been all over. What an inspirational story.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
That's awesome, man.
Thank
So it sounds like you excelled all the way up to the pros, and now you're shedding that light onto
Almost to the pro,
Yeah.
almost
I mean,
there,
I,
almost.
I would consider that close.
Yes,
Now. I mean,
yes,
closer than like 99% of people.
yes,
I feel like.
yes.
So that's awesome that you're now coming back into it with the idea of giving back to the community.
Yes.
And helping, like I said before, not only build up the baseball and the sport,
Yes.
But building up these people's individual lives and stuff like that too. So that's awesome, man.
Thank you.
Is there anything that you want to leave off on or kind of leave with as we kind of conclude this?
I would just say that to all the parents that do not know baseball in its entirety, look into it, do your research, ask questions, like your resume. That's really important. I feel more than just a face. I feel like when you have a resume, it backs up your talk. And you're gonna be different. Don't be afraid to put your children in something different because everyone else is not doing it. That's called being a leader, I feel, and not a follower. I feel like it's always good to expand your horizons and not just be secluded to one or two things that seem to be the norm. So I will leave off with that.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you again so much for
Thank
your
you.
time.
I
Thank you for
appreciate
coming
you.
out here,
Thank
man.
you.
I really appreciate it. Once again, if you guys are interested in getting interviewed like this, to kind of share your story, your dreams, your goals, your passions, your business, get a hold of me personally or reach out to the page and we'll get things lined up. But once again, we got Donny Brooks and his amazing story. I'll leave links to all of his stuff down in the description so that way you guys can check out more of what he's doing and get involved with him more because it truly is inspirational what you're doing, not only for the community but for the younger generation coming up
Yes.
into the sport as well too. So thank you for not only being part of this interview, but thank you for impacting the lives and the children coming up into this sport. So I appreciate it, man.